Hello everyone and welcome to Mentos Plays Darkest Dungeon. Apologies for OBS being on the screen. I am a little bit, I'm not used to using this form of recording. I couldn't get game capture or window capture, which are what I usually use to work, so I'm running a monitor capture, which means if I were to click over to OBS, well, that's going to appear on the screen. If I put it over here, then you would be like, whoa, there's a never-ending stream of videos being rendered, and, you know. Either way, not really what I'm going for. So we're gonna just put that back over here. Anyway, what is Darkest Dungeon? It is an early access game just released last week on Steam, in which you take over the role of the leader of a band of heroes trying to reclaim the ruins of what was once your family's house. And going through a lot of enemies on the way, and there are some unique mechanics which we haven't really, at least in my experience, seen before in a game that work out very well and make things very interesting. So as you can see, I haven't played that much outside of work and outside of videos, but we're gonna start a new file here, and we're gonna name this Let's Play because that's a very original name, very original name. Now, let's take a look at the intro here.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
And that's it in the intro cutscene. There is also the game loading cutscene, which I didn't show. It plays before you start a file, but that's the intro that you get when you do start a file. So, we're going to click here. It may take a couple seconds. On my laptop in particular, there is a little bit of lag time between when it goes to the screen here and when you can actually move on. It shouldn't be very long before we are able to see what's going on here. Oh, come on and work. There's a little bit on the slow side here, but once we get into the game, it'll run fine. There we go. Press space or click to continue, and we're in the tutorial. Now the tutorial is very simple. Map navigation, essentially, what you do is you're going to click on the room that you want to go to, and that's going to put you into the hallway that leads to it. I will be talking over the narration quite commonly, and you're going to use WASD to move left and right. If you want to go backwards, you can hit A, forward D.
In brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
Now my group was surprised, it appears, but it didn't cause us any problems. So, each character has a few moves they can use, and it varies depending on, if you look at the, let's say pistol shot here. If you look at this, you'll see on the left side 3 beige dots, and on the right side 3 red dots. The beige dots represent what position this character can be in to use that move, and the red dots represent what characters can be hit by the move on the other side. So obviously this one we can't use, we're not in one of the back 3 positions, but these other 3 we all can. So we're just going to go ahead and use Open Vein here, and attack the Brigand Cutthroat. I do apologize, there's a little bit of a frame rate issue while I'm recording this. It is a side effect of having to use monitor capture. My computer really doesn't like that. The game runs wonderfully. This is very well polished for an early access game. If you are wary of early access games because of, the unpolishedness, unfinishedness of them, Darkest Dungeon is an example of it done right. It is polished, it is very well put together, and they're just kind of putting this out there to get feedback while they finish the last couple of dungeons, and that's a perfect use of early access. So, We are going to use Smite here, our single target attack from our Crusader. Get another 6 damage in. And then we're going to have round 2 where we should go first again. Just use Open Vein again. He dodged it, that's unfortunate. Things can go wrong, even in the tutorial in this game. That's very much something to remember. Uppercut slice, we dodge, that's good. The game does not hold your hand, even here. I mean, this is an easy thing to get through, but if you get some unlucky draws, especially on the room here at the end, you could very easily find yourself dying on this tutorial. So, we're going to head to the right here a little bit further. We're going to find a tent. In this tent, we can interact by pressing W, and if we had an item here, we could try to drag it up here, try to use it on the tent to see if it had any special effect. Since we don't, we can just check inside the tent for loot. The brigands left valuables. What did they leave? 1,025 gold.
There is much to be found in forgotten places.
So, we are going to head in here.
An ambush.
Now we have our big fight of the mission.
The rightful owner has returned.
So, we got two guys, a Fusilier, who is going to be using Blanket Fire, low damage, but going to hit both of our party members. And we got this Brigand Bloodletter, who is going to be a big pain. I think our first objective here is going to be take out the Fusilier. So, we're going to use that pistol shot, take out 7 damage, he's got 5 left. Bloodletter, Rain of Whips, just crit, 2 damage apiece. That is going to make us both bleed, which is going to be damage over time. Every time we take a turn, we're going to take 1 damage. Now, we can't hit him with Smite. We can't actually hit that guy in the back with any of the attacks from this guy, so let's just use our Smite here. 13 damage to the big guy is a good start. Round 2, he'll take his next turn. And we both dodge. Excellent. So now talk a little bit more detail about the moves. When you hover over one, you can see this one in particular, Open Vein, is a melee attack. It's got a base accuracy of 85, so that's the accuracy chance. I believe, if I'm correct, that is the percent chance of accuracy before any modifiers from dodge chance, etc. are taken into account. The damage modifier is going to be just kind of compared to the base modifier, compared to the base damage. Now, I don't know how exactly that comes into play instead of just making the base damage lower. I'm sure there's something that does come into play for that, but I'm not entirely sure. And in this case, the target bleeds 2 points around for 3 rounds. Pistol shot is a range attack, 80 base accuracy, 25% minus damage modifier, crit mod of 10%, so 10% higher crit chance, and we're going to use that on the Fusilier and take him out. Now, as you might see with Zealous Accusation here, there are 2 red dots that are connected by a line. That means that this is an AoE attack that hits multiple targets. In this case, we've only got 1, and he takes up the spots of 2. That's why we couldn't hit the guy in the back with the 2-person attack. This guy counts as 2 enemies because he's so large. So we're just going to go ahead and smite him. That's our highest damage attack we got. I could have stunned him as well, which wouldn't have been a horrible idea, but he does have a 50% stun resist. So he hits me for 2, that's not so bad. Things to note, you're going to get full healed after every mission. So maintaining your physical well-being, not that important. What is important is... Apologies, I should have said this before attacking. What is important is this white bar down here, your stress meter. Now when I said that, excuse me, my voice is acting up a bit. When I said that this has some stuff done that is not exactly common to be done, the stress bar is essentially that. This game very highly focuses on the stresses of being an adventurer, and some people will fall apart under stress. When that bar fills up, you are going to have an event fire that can turn out good if you're lucky, or bad more commonly. And as a whole, one of your major goals throughout this is to manage your crew's stress, to try to make sure that they don't break and they don't end up falling apart on a mission that's important. So it is a very interesting mechanic that is done very well, I won't lie. we're just going to go for the kill
The
here,
bigger
take
the
him out,
beast, the greater the glory.
and then we can go ahead and open up this chest and then the mission.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
So we're going to open the chest, take the contents. It was trapped. Great. We got blighted, but it doesn't matter because we're going to click up here and leave the dungeon. So we got 5,000 gold for completing that. We got another 1275 gold from the mission, another 500 from the emerald we got, and then we got 4 of these crest heirlooms, which are used for upgrading our town, which we'll be seeing soon. So usually after missions, your characters are going to have this little thing here. It doesn't always happen, but it often does. Click on that, and it's going to give them new mental statistics. So we now have thanatophobia, which means that if our health is below 50%, we have minus 20% stress resist. But we also got a positive. We got Ruins Tactician, which means we're doing 15% more damage in ruins, which is a plus. This guy is going to get stress faster, which if his stress is above 50, he eats no food. He doesn't need to eat when he's stressed, which is a benefit. You'll see why when we get, stressed out, but that's actually a good perk to pick up. Excuse me, to pick up. So, we're going to wait for it to load into the town here. We're going to go over that briefly. And then we're going to do one more mission before this video ends, because the tutorial is very short. We're just going to have to wait a little while. It does give you this little activity log, tells you, what characters you have, what they've accomplished during each week. And then we have these little exclamation marks about where to go. Graveyard, where you can view your fallen heroes. Obviously, we don't have any yet. And this one, the stagecoach, is very important to your progression. The stagecoach every week is going to bring you more heroes. In this case, we've got Brettel, the Plague Doctor, and Demors, the Vestal. We are going to go ahead and upgrade the Stagecoach network, which means it's going to bring us 3 heroes instead of 2 each week. That's a very important upgrade to get early. It is a very useful thing to have to get more heroes quicker, because things can go terribly wrong very quickly. So we've got a blacksmith, a guild, we got our abbey, our sanitarium, our tavern, all these things that we don't have access to yet, but that we will eventually. So you know what, let's go ahead and rename some of our characters. We're going to go ahead and rename Reynold here. He can become, let's see, think of people I know. We'll go with that. I will take the role of the highwayman. Now these aren't all going to be named after people I know because I don't feel like going through that much effort, but they will be all named after at least characters, etc. that I'm aware of. Let's see now. Oh, I forgot. We played a game on a forum once, an adventure game, where one of our characters became it was a Batman-based game, and one of them became a masked hero called the Plague Doctor. I can't remember the player's name who had that character, though. We're just gonna name you because it was Harvey Dent's player who became him, if I recall correctly. So that makes sense. And this one will go to another obsessed with food. Alright. Go with one of my longer term friends here. Go with that. And then we're going to go embark. Now, this is how you start a mission. Right now we only have one available. Complete 100% of room battles on the ruins, where our fairy here is extra strong. So, if you look at each character's profile here, you're going to see these blocks up here, preferred position. and there are going to be different levels of build depending on how useful the character is in that position. So essentially what these are is each of these moves that has certain positions they can be used from. Each point of move that is available for that position is going to light it up a little bit. So the more points you have in a position, the better. Obviously we're going to be putting Aki here into slot 3, Dent into slot 4, and then we'll put Fairy into slot 1, and we'll put me into slot 2. It should also be noted that outside of these first two characters, the moves that come with the future characters all are not set. They are randomized. Which of the skills that a character type has are held when you get the character.
Later, in blood.
So for your first short quest, try bringing at least 8 food and 4 torches. I found that you probably want to go higher than that if you want to keep your light high, and if you want to have a little bit of food to heal. So we're going to take 12 food, we're going to take a shovel just in case, and we're going to take 8 torches. This should be a relatively short mission, so I'm not too worried about taking much more than that, but it's a useful set of stuff to have. So now we can wait. We can wait until this loads in, and we can show off, a wider patch of the gameplay, not just the tutorial.
The fiends must be driven back.
So, we've got our map here. Same thing as in the tutorial, we're going to click on an area that we want to head to, and then we're going to start walking. We're in a battle already, that's unfortunate. Now this guy in the back, this cultist acolyte, is going to heavily focus on causing stress damage, whereas these guys are going to focus on physical damage. That was a good dodge, I'm happy with that. So who's going to go first on our team once this next guy is done? He's attacking me again. 4 damage. Not that bad. Now he resisted the bleed. Oh yeah. Okay, so they all get to go first. That's terrible. Oh no. Thank you. Thank you, Dent. Thank you for dodging that. Okay, so we're going to lead off with a pistol shot, try to take out this acolyte as soon as possible. 7 damage is a good start. We might be able to get him down on this turn. Oh, we've got Judgment, we've got Illumination, which is lower damage, increases our torch, and lowers the target's dodge. This one we can't actually use unless we're in the front slots, so we're going to go with Judgment on this guy. It is a potential for a kill. Excellent. Excellent. Good job, Aki. Now let's see. We are going to have Dent coming up now. Doesn't really have much in the way of actual attacks he can use right now because their back rows are cleared out. So we're going to buff up this guy, our fairy, with some extra damage here. We got 2 choices. We could use Zealous Accusation to hit both of them, but we're going to do Smite for some extra damage. 8 to 16, and we hit for the max and kill in 1 shot. Perfect. Now we got 1 guy left. What are you going to do, buddy? Oh, we got to go first. Nine damage is a really good start. It's a very, very good start. You gonna go again before he does? No. So he's gonna attack Fairy, and 2 damage. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. He will be dead before he attacks again, in all likelihood. Although he did inflict bleed, which is unfortunate. Let's go ahead and just use Judgment. Dodge. Dive, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. We can cure his bleed with our Dent here. And then we should be able to wrap this up. Let's see. That has higher accuracy, but it's also lower damage, I believe. Oh yeah, this would hit him. It's higher accuracy, so we might as well take it.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Excellent. And sometimes when you get a kill, it is going to give you a little bit of stress relief. It didn't happen there.
Trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
So, we're going to keep on moving. I do apologize again, the frame rate is slowing down so much. If I can find out how to make this work with game or window capture, that'll help a whole lot in that respect.
Ancient traps
My computer
lying in wait.
really does not like doing monitor
Unspawned
capture with
thirsting
OBS.
for blood.
We're going to go ahead and open up this sack here and take this 1,000 gold. Excellent. So what do we got going on in this next room? We've got mail. No. It's an empty room. So we're going to start walking back. Now, our torch meter up here. When this goes below 75, it is going to start giving us stress as we move. So, that is when we want to use a torch to keep it up high. There is benefit to letting the light go lower. The lower the light is, the harder the game gets, but you also get higher rewards. So if you let the light drain all the way out, you're going to be in for a very, very brutal game. But you're also going to be getting the highest rewards possible. So there is a little bit of a balancing act as you get good enough if you want to focus on, being a little bit safer or being a little bit more rewarded. Not something I'm willing to get into just yet. I am nowhere near good enough in the game. Hunger, so we're going to eat 4 food, 1 each. That's going to make us nice and full. What's this cauldron? Urn holds the ashes of the departed. Check inside the area. Becomes infected by the ashes, of course. Will be resisted. So our light is dipped again. When we enter into a room, it's good to be at high light because you have a higher chance of surprising the enemy, which not only gives you a free turn, but you also get, Okay, we're getting some scouting. That's a plus. We're going to know that there's a trap there, and there is combat in this room. Treasure in that room and an empty room down there. Okay. So, when traps are visible, we can click on them and try to disarm them. Might not have been the best choice of who to have try to disarm it, but he has high health. He was good to go for it. A little bit of stress isn't going to hurt too much. The Iron Maiden I have never seen be a good event, so I'm just going to skip by that for now. We will look at the books here. The knowledge within forever changes the hero. What do we get? Wield Scourger, which means we have a 10% scouting chance in the world. He is becoming an all-around useful person in all areas thus far. So let's go in here to our next combat room. So we should try to make a point of taking out this Bone Courtier and this Cultist Acolyte here. The dodge is unfortunate for us, of course. We'll go ahead and use Illumination on this guy. It's going to lower his dodge chance going forward. It is his turn. Tempting Goblet. Throws some blood on us, and we get stress. He's another stress attacker. Both of these guys really are. This guy also likes to mess with your alignment. If that had hit, Mentos here would have been pushed to the back, and we would have had to move him back forward if we wanted to have a chance to get our attacks back in the way they were supposed to be. 2 damage isn't that bad, although, it is always a little bit worrisome. So now what we're going to try to do is try to stun these guys in the back. We hit both of them, but one of them might resist the stun. We got them both. That's perfect. Stun is very, very powerful in this game. Let's go ahead and use this, hope for a 1-hit kill. No, we did the minimum damage, but it's still 7. That's still a good to start. Axe Blade. 3 damage. Okay, it's not bad. We can live with 3 damage. And stun. Now it's me. Let's try to finish this guy off. Oh, come on. 3 damage. You couldn't do 1 more. Regardless, we are going to hit this dude now. Because we're going to use a stunning grenade from Dent here again.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Yes, he is going to use blinding gas again, which should kill that guy in the back and have a chance of stunning him again. Beautiful. This guy unfortunately gets to go first. He's going to attack me. 2 more damage. Unfortunate. He resisted the bleed, so he's not multi-bleeding. Dead weight. I don't know what this move does. Hits me with the shield, 4 damage. We're getting a little bit into dangerous territory here. I'm stunned and pushed back 1. Not the greatest thing in the world for sure. So now our goal here is to kill this guy. Excellent. So that leaves us with just these 2. Now that we're in the front 2, we can use Hand of Light here. And I believe this guy is unholy, so this is going to do extra damage to him. Only 5, but still, it's better than it could have been. And it's going to debuff him. It's going to take down 25 damage and 10 accuracy. That's a very, very helpful thing. Now we're going to try to use Stunning Blow here. We're going to try to stun the Bone Defender. He dodged, unfortunately. Now here comes me. I was stunned, that's right. Battlefield Medicine to heal off this dude. And the cure failed. Cure failed. Axe Blade again. Only 3 damage isn't bad. We can survive 3 damage. Let's try to hit this guy with that. That's 9 damage. That is what I wanted. Don't work. Don't work. No! Resist! Resist! Oh. Not good. We're going to buff up our Vestal here. Now he can't do anything until he moves forward. That's all we can do. I'm gonna have to eat a couple more attacks. Well, we dodged that one. That's good. That's good. That's good. We're going to use Hand of Light, 3 to 8 damage. And almost killed him. This is the debuff because he was already debuffed, essentially. Now we're going to go ahead and use Grape Shot Blast, which is an area of effect. Got 1 kill, damaged the other dude. Gave him a little bit of stress relief. Let's go ahead and buff up this guy just to make sure that he has enough damage to finish this off. He should undoubtedly, but make sure of it. Good, good. Got a little bit dicey there, but we made it work. So after the battle we can move our party back into position, head to the map, and we could go to the treasure room. We're going to have to do combat on the way. Let's head down this way. We know that we don't need to go up here to complete the mission, so we might as well take advantage of going this way. A map is found tucked into the volumes. Unfortunately, we've already scouted, so I don't know if that's really going to give us anything new. Nope. Oh, now it's going to scout down here. There seems to be something of importance in that room. Combat with some maggots. And we surprise them. That's a plus. Again, we get a free turn. Grape Shot Blast can hit all three of them, so let's just do that. They're all weak.
Executed with impunity.
So that got rid of one of them. The other two got damaged. We're going to use Divine Grace and heal up me. 4 heal is almost the best you can ask for with that healing move. We will do Emboldening Vapors on our Crusader here, just to make absolutely positive this next move works. And then we're going to use Zealous Accusation, which is an area of effect for 2 targets. And wow, overkill much. They're gone. That was some very easy combat.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can.
We got another urn here. Let's open it. Sentimental gifts are hidden inside. We got some emeralds and some onyx. That works for me. Light a torch before we go in to get our light back up. There shouldn't be a combat room, but just in case. Okay, so there's our one combat left on the path here. Now we should have combat in this last room. That should be what finishes the mission for us. See what we come across on our way here. More maggots. They aren't surprised this time, which makes them slightly more difficult. But still a pretty easy fight as a whole. Grave Nibble. Meow, 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 meow. I love the art design in this game, by the way. I haven't said that yet, but the art is gorgeous. Grave Nibble. Meow, 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 meow. But I dodged. Didn't dodge like a boss. Now let's go ahead and heal myself again. Just to make sure we're good to go through the rest of this mission. We don't want to lose someone on the first mission. Then things get even more hairy. Neither of these are going to only hit one of them, but we might as well. Dodge! Well, screw you too, maggot. Now we get a chance to do our Grape Shot that's going to hit all 3. That's, 2/5 of their damage, 40% of their damage in one attack. That works. Grave Nibble. Such a non-threatening attack name. It's more annoying than you would think, but it's very non-threatening sounding. Zealous Accusation, which should finish off. Thank you, me, for being able to deal the finishing blow to not just the 2 of them I was asking of Fairy, but all 3 of them. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. We do have a crate here, which we'll open up, of course. Stashed heirlooms. We get 4 crests. That works. Now on to what should be... Oh, I forgot... No! No! A torch! A torch! Too late. He's gonna stress out then a little bit. This is actually a bit dangerous here. Of course he dodged it. I should have healed. It's okay. Oh my god, I'm on death's door.
And now the true test. Hold fast or expire.
Essentially, when you get to... That was weird. When you get to 0 HP, essentially, if you get hit any more, you have a chance to die. If you don't get hit, then you're still alive, you just have stat penalties. So, let's use blinding gas on the back to... Oh my fucking god. Let's try to hit all three of these guys. Not very much damage, but to start. 6 damage to Aki. No, 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 no.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
Stressing everyone out that I'm almost dead, but I'm still alive. I stayed on death's door, I didn't die. Let's try to stun this guy. Okay. No!
Dazed,
The
reeling,
crit.
about to break.
Gasp. Y'all, if you'd hit with your freaking grenade, that wouldn't have been a problem. Now would it have? At least you have one of them. Could you please get the stun as well? Okay. No! Not even a position where I can heal. It's probably not going to stun him since he was already stunned. Yeah. Even though that stun was from last turn, since he hadn't acted yet, I was essentially unable to stun him for the next turn, which is unfortunate, to say the least. Thank you for not aiming at me. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism.
Please hit both of them. Thank you. Now stun both. Oh, why? Only 4 damage isn't bad, the problem is he's going to push me back. Oh, I resist the push. That's huge. If this hits, it's guaranteed to kill, so let's go for it. Hey. It's one less thing to worry about. Now, if you could just stun this guy again. That was a huge crit. Oh, that is perfect. Round 4 and all 3 of them are stunned. We won't be able to pull that off again, but we should be able to do some good things here. Let's do Hand of Light against the Bone Arbalist. Yes! The crits give stress relief, by the way. The crits do give stress relief when you're the team that gets the crit. Please heal my Crusader. Well, not heal him, but buff him, I mean. We're so close to living. For the love of God, me. For the love of God, hit this attack. Oh, we made it. We made it.
This expedition at least promises success.
So you know how I said that that room up there shouldn't have battles? Apparently it does.
Only the strength to follow it.
So we're gonna start heading back to the other way now. We're essentially gonna be doing a lot more backtracking just because I did not think this had a battle in it. And we have to survive one more battle with one of our heroes already at 3 health. This is scary. We could lose a hero on the first mission. We should have probably lost one on the first mission already. We just got some extremely lucky dice rolls. This game, you know, the core mechanic of this game, the thing that is played up the most is the stress and all that. It's stressful to play. It is not a game that you just kind of sit back and relax with. When you play this game, you get stressed. You worry about your heroes' lives and deaths. And that is pretty much a constant fear because things can go terribly wrong very quickly. Oh, this is a little bit of a dangerous fight here. They're surprised though. That makes things a little bit better. So I go first. We're going to use a grape shot to get damage to all 3 of them. Good. Good. Now we are going to use, let's say... You know what, let's move you back here so you can heal. You, use blinding gas to try to stun this guy in the back. Good. This would be 5 to 10 damage. That could potentially kill them both, so let's... 1 kill and 1 that took 7 damage. This fight should go pretty easily from here on out. You might even get to kill them before this guy gets to move. And buff up Barry. And... I was kind of hoping they didn't actually kill both of them there. But you know what? That works.
Glittering gold.
You got a key, a shovel, and a bus.
Paid for in blood.
I wonder how this works. The pack contains loot. Food and some gold. What is that, curious, obsessed with the acquisition of knowledge. So that explains why he just, leapt opening that. It was because of his curious trait. We're going to use 3 more food on myself to heal up a little bit. I think we should be good to go through the remainder of the mission right now. Especially with us back in position where we can heal.
Stone seems bent
But,
on preventing passage.
so we're going to get our light back up so that we get our highest chance of surprising. Yes! So I'm moving first. Five damage to that guy is a good start. Blinding gas, we're going to try to stun them again, because stun is extraordinarily useful, as I said. And as you've probably witnessed already, this guy resisted the stun, unfortunately. You're going to use Divine Grace on Mentos. 5 more health, that gives us a little bit more breathing room. Why don't you use Stunning Blow on this guy? 5 damage, and he resisted the stun, unfortunately. So now we're into round 2. They're going to get a move, and we only have 1 stun. That's unfortunate. Let's try to finish this guy off. Oh, the dodges. Oh. Not to death's door yet. I want to heal, but I want to get rid of this guy in the back. I gotta go for it. Thank you. Thank you, Aggie. Oh. It also heals her for 3, which is a big plus. Let's try to stun this guy again. Come on, you've only got 38% stun resist. Let's Grave Shot, let's hit all of them. Not necessarily the best plan, but you're gonna try to stun this archer again. Thank you for working that time. Heal up Fairy, please. Only 3, but that's good. It's helpful. Don't do more than 6 damage. Thank you! Although you're gonna push me back, which is a pain. But actually, you know what? The second spot, I am still just as good as the first spot, so that's fine. We're A-okay. Problem is the stun. Dodge, dodge. No!
Waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
The crit. And of course I was stunned. Get him off death's door, please. Thank you. My thread winds on! Good dodge. Good dodge. Not so good. Not so good. Six damage is a good hit. Now please stun. Thank you. Four to 9 damage. If this hits, we're almost guaranteed the kill. Thank you. Like so. Buff up Fairy so that hopefully we can get some good damage in next turn. We're going first. We're not in a position to use Grape Shot though, which is unfortunate because that's what I would really like to use. But That'll be a good start on some damage. We might make a move for the win here. Bayonet jab. 3 damage, not so bad. We can take that. Now we're going to put Barry back on Death's Door. Means lower stats.
As life ebbs,
higher stress.
terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Come on, at least kill the guy in the front. Thank you. We can do this. We've got one guy left. Get off Death's Door. Get him off Death's Door. Who's next? Me again. Open vein. 49 damage. Could have been a kill. Not that disappointing that we only did 4. Why? Always. Always putting him back on Death's Door.
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
99 out of 100 stress. For the love of God. I guess we'll just use this on this guy so we have something we can do. Finish it. Thank you. And don't get another stress point.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Mission accomplished. At least it didn't stress him out, so he can leave the dungeon safely. And that flight didn't mean anything.
We reclaim what is ours.
Good deal of upgrade material. Barry didn't get a stat. I got Egomania, obsessed with self-worship. That doesn't seem entirely accurate. Wield Explorer, in Dungeon Wield, 20% scouting chance. Aki gets Diurnal, light below 25, minus 2 speed. The light is never going to go below 25 unless I seriously mess up. So okay. Last gasp, if health is below 50%, plus 1 speed, that's actually really nice. And Dent gets Bulimic, and can't minus 20% heal receive. Not that terrible, but regardless, that turned out to be a long episode. Thank you guys for tuning in to the first episode of this series. You can't tell I really like this game. I get into it. I get, stressed out when my characters are about to die. I enjoy playing it for that reason. It is tense, it is exciting, it is fun. And I look forward to playing more, both on and off camera. So thank you guys for watching the first episode here. Hopefully I'll be able to figure out a way to record it with a little bit less strain on my system. But either way, we'll be back. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Later, everyone.